We are mspacman. Difficulty set to hard. One man. It's kind of an all or nothing kind of game. Don't really have any room for error. I see this first board's pretty easy. They give you lots of time to get the ghosts. Here's the second board, the strawberry board. It goes a little quicker, but not much. This board is pretty easy for the most part. The hard difficulty as compared to the normal, the hard has much shorter blue times for the ghosts when you eat the power pellet. That's the main difference. Don't think there's too much else different. I could be wrong there, but as far as I know, that's it. You shoot them down that tunnel that the arrow just went on. How you call that? I call it the grouping tunnel. You somehow lead them down there, and they're going to group together every time. Not every time, but they're going to eventually get close enough to be able to attack them on one of the corner pellets there, power pellets. Frequent use of the tunnels. Staying on paths that you know you're safe on. That's one of the keys in mspacman, I guess. You gotta know the characteristics of the ghost too. Start with the red one. The red one, he's pretty stupid. He goes right at you. He seems like the angry one, eh? Red, it suits him. He's red, he's angry. And he also has the ability, he's the only one, by the way, who has the ability to increase his speed as the number of pellets on the screen go down. Red's the only one to be able to do that. And that becomes very crucial in the later boards. Actually, after board 21, your mspacman character actually starts to move slower. So combine the red increasing speed with your slower moving character, and let me tell you, he catches up to you really quick. Anyway, as I was saying, the red one goes right at you, and there's only a couple spots he can go where he can't get you, like hiding spots. The pink one's kind of a follower. She'll stray off too randomly from the group. She'll be the one, along with the brown one, that would be most known to just stray off from the group. The blue one's the most intelligent ghost on the board. Blue one works closely with the red one to set up trapping moves, and the blue one has a keen ability of staying ahead of you to be able to trap you. So if you can kind of keep an eye on blue and not find yourself in a place where you get trapped, you could pretty much be a master at mspacman. And another notable, the direction shift of the ghosts, it only happens twice aboard. They'll switch directions a couple seconds after they're out of their box, and then you find themselves switching directions again roughly about the time the first fruit escapes through the tunnel. That would be the second time they would switch directions. That's good to know, and it's kind of another pretty cool trick would be to let the first fruit bounce around. When you see that fruit kind of heading towards the tunnel, expect the ghost to turn in direction. So back to the character descriptions. Yeah, the blue one's pretty intelligent, and the brown one seems to be kind of shy. But the brown one is always trying to. Ironically enough, the brown one is kind of following the red one. Always following the red one. So you keep that in mind, and the brown one won't go directly at you in most circumstances. There are some circumstances where in the pattern she's got no choice but to go right at you, but in most circumstances the brown one will head in the other direction when she sees you. That's a good hiding spot right there. You kind of wait till the brown one's just heading down. As the brown one's heading down, you head over to get your pellet, and then you meet the brown one as she comes back up. And of course you got the other three ghosts at the very top middle of the board that are going to head back in your direction anyway. Well, here's the apple board. The third and final board on the second style board. Yeah, it differs from PacMan. PacMan, actually the ghosts change directions quite a bit in PacMan. They change, I think, roughly every 30 seconds, or maybe a little bit more or less than that. It's not the case on Miss PacMan. Once they switch the second time, that's it. And it's funny, I didn't really discover that until not too long ago. It took me a long while just to discover that on that little aspect of Miss PacMan. Once I did, it helped immensely. There you go. See? Yes, babe? Oh, I won't. Yep. Okay, here's the pair board. I slowed this one down to demonstrate a short time that the ghosts stay blue after eating the power pellet. It's the shortest time on the game, 2.5 flashes. Flashes once, flashes twice, and then you get a half flash, and then that's it. A little trick if you want to extend the time you have to eat the ghosts. If you have the ghosts pretty much side by side, and you go to fetch the power pellet, and you go back to eat the ghosts, and as long as they're close enough, they actually delay the time, and you actually get a little more time to eat the ghosts, for some reason. It's weird how that works, but that seems to be the case. As long as they're close enough, it'll delay the time, and it'll give you more time to get them when they're in their group. Yep, they flash 5 times. That's a way of telling or knowing when they're going to switch back to their normal colors. They'll flash white and blue 5 times. And if you want to lock the fruits on these style boards, just hang around the tunnels like I am right here. Eventually, you'll swipe the fruit every time. You just gotta be in close vicinity of the tunnel, and you shouldn't have a problem getting your fruit. See, normally on these boards I tackle one of those 2 rectangles in the corners. See, I left them both here, which sometimes can be tricky. It's usually doable, but I would like to erase one of those right away so I don't have to worry about doing what I'm doing here and going and scrambling around right at the end to get both of them without getting trapped. So I ran it in fast mode through here. There's the first banana in the game. 5,000 points. They give you a little bit of ghost time here to get the ghost. It's different on normal mode. Normal, they give you 5 flashes, and here they give you a little bit of time and then 5 flashes. Yeah, it's relatively simple when they give you plenty of time on eating the ghosts. It's when that time disappears, it makes it a little harder, I guess. So I got lucky there. I got another banana. This PacMan differs from PacMan in that way. PacMan, when the prizes, the total of the point total of the prizes reach 5,000, each and every prize you'd receive would be 5,000 no matter what. Not on this PacMan. It kind of goes into random mode as far as how the game selects what item is going to be on the board. So, I mean, you could get 10 boards in a row after the banana board and not get 1 banana, or you can get 3 bananas in a row. It's on a random program. As you see there, I got the pretzel. And I lost it. But I wasn't overly concerned with it. It was only 700 points. Well, when you're playing with one man, you're more concerned about staying alive, to be honest with you. Alright, here's the 9th board. This is the last board before Act 3, which presents the 4th and final type of board on the game of Miss PacMan. See, there's a nice juicy pear, 2nd highest point total. You'll see it later in the game, but there's actually a flaw on Miss PacMan. I think it's on PacMan too. If you head towards a ghost, if you guys are heading towards each other, one time, I'd say on average, 1 time in 100, your character will actually shoot right through the ghost. I don't know whether it's the fact that the game for some reason doesn't pick it up on particular moments in the game, or I'm not really sure how to explain it, but it happens. I'm sure it's happened to everyone that's played this game extensively. You'll see it later on. I shoot the Miss PacMan character right through. Ooh, that was a close one there. And we're on to Act 3. I actually find this act to be a little simpler than the one I just played. The one that was just on the screen a second ago, the red one. Those kind of boards, they gave me the hardest time when I was really getting good at this game. Those were the boards that were really killing me. Not this one. This one seemed to be doable, more doable. They're both tough though. Those two style boards, they end up repeating each other 4 on, and they alternate 4 at a time. For example, oh, see there, I just went right through. You saw it there. I went right through the red one. And it's usually the red one that you go through too. Maybe because he's going a little faster, I'm not sure, but it's just one of those weird, quirky things that the game had kind of a design flaw that's kind of neat at the same time. Gives you an extra life. And that's it. You want to make good use of the tunnels in this board. That's key. Those tunnels will help you big time. There's another banana. So I'm going to tune in the volume for the rest of this section of the movie.